Okay, this is going to be a O-line and quarterback T tutorial for mid pitch. Mid pitch is the play. Okay, there's a motion right here. I'll teach that in a second, but the actual play is called mid pitch, and we'll draw it up from green. So we're going to the right. So mid pitch, what that essentially means is mid means we're going to run a mesh right up the middle of the offense, right up the center's butt. Okay, so mid. And then pitch means is essentially a give or a pitch play. To be really technical, it is still a triple option play, but the play is really designed to either be given to the T or pitch to the slot. Okay, so it's mid pitch, quarterback, get that in your head, is give or pitch. There's some looks where the quarterback does run, but the play is really designed to be a handoff or a pitch, and really it's designed to be a pitch play, but your first rule is to hand the ball off. Okay, so we're talking mid pitch green as the example play, working green. And so here's the count system. I got it written up here, but here's how we know here's the rules. The rule now on mid pitch, O line, quarterback, T, is we're going to read the first man head up on the guard to outside. Okay, first man head up on the guard to outside. Okay, so we got an example right here where we got a 2 technique. So he's head up on the guard. That's number 1. If I slid him over to an outside leverage, 3 technique. Okay, outside shade of the guard. He's still number 1. Okay, let's move him inside shade of the guard. Okay, so a 2I. Okay, and a 2I. That guy is not head up to outside, so he is not number 1. Okay, he would not be number 1 in that situation. If the guard is uncovered, obviously, or if this guy was shading the center, okay, the guard he's not head up on the guard to outside, so he is not number 1. Okay, so in this look right here, this guy would be number 1, and this look right here. Okay. So again, we're counting it. Number 1 is the first guy that's head up on the guard to outside. Okay. So let's do it. Just move some defensive players around. So this looker right here, if we got this defensive looker right here, mid pitch green. Here's number 1. Okay. Head up, first guy head up to outside. Okay. That's number 1. And then number 2 is the guy outside of number 1, first guy outside of number 1. Okay, so this would be 1, this would be 2. Okay, number 1 is the first guy head up on the guard to outside. Number 2 is the first guy outside of number 1. Okay, so this look right here. Okay, there's 1, he's head up on the guard, so that makes him number 1. First guy outside of number 1, first guy outside of number 1 is 2. Okay. Let's reconfigure this. Okay, this look right here. Okay, number 1 we said was the first guy head up on the guard to outside. So there's nobody head up. So let's look outside. Okay, we got a guy outside. So he's number 1. First guy outside of number 1 is 2. Okay. Okay, this look right here. We said we're looking for the first guy head up on the guard to outside. Okay, so this guy is inside of the guard. He's actually shading the center, so that is not number 1. Look for the first guy head up on the guard to outside. Okay, so that made him number 1. Nobody head up. First guy outside. Next guy outside of number 1 becomes 2. Okay, so that's the count system for mid pitch. Okay, count system for mid pitch. Let's go back to the original front that we had, and let's talk about how we actually block the play and what the play looks like. Okay, so I'm giving a 4-3 with see, double twos. Okay, not the greatest defense to run this play against, but we can do it. So here's a rule: mid-pitch green. We said the first guy head up on the guard to outside is number one. First guy outside of number one is two. So quarterback is responsible for one and two. Okay, just like trip, quarterback's responsible for one and two. Okay, O-line, we're gonna block. We're gonna block back. Okay, back to the play side guard, center, backside guard, backside tackle will block back to your inside away from the color. Okay, so we're blocking down to the gap away from the color. So we're going mid-pitch green. We're running the middle pitch option to the right side. The guard, center, guard, tackle wants to block back away from the call, away from the color. Okay, so that play side guard will be responsible for the A gap. He's A gap. If nobody's in the A gap, work up to the backer. Okay, the center is responsible for the backside A gap. Okay, if nobody was there, we'd work up to the backer. The guard is responsible for the B gap. Okay, if nobody's there, we work up to the backer. The tackle is responsible for the C gap. Okay, so that's our responsibilities away from the call. But that's the play side guard, center, backside guard, backside tackle. It's super simple for the O line. Play side tackle, we'll get into in a second, but it's super simple. Block down away from the color. Take the gap away from the color. Okay, if we're going mid-pitch green or we're going mid-pitch to the right, play side guard will block down on the A gap, the left A gap. Center will block down on the left A gap. Left guard, block down on the left B gap. Okay, so that is first part of the rule. Now this isn't clean right here, so let me talk about this particular look so we understand how we handle this. Okay, so we got a guy that's head up. We know the center is responsible for A gap, B gap is responsible, backside guard is responsible for B gap. But we got this defender right here that's head up. You know, he's not in an A, he's not in a B. So we both have to step to him. The backside guard will take the backside half of that guy, and the center will step to front side half of that guy. And we'll just let this guy declare which way he wants to go. So if this guy wants to be a B gap player, or if the block moves him that way, okay, the guard will take him, and the center will now follow his rule. I got A gap to backer. Okay, if this two technique on the snap decided to work inside, okay, he worked inside. Now the center who has the A gap, okay, that's you. Center has him. The guard who stepped to that half of that guy, he went away from you, work up to the backer. Okay, so this look is not the easiest look. But rule-wise, just understand, center, you got the A gap away from the color. Okay, you have the backside A gap. Backside guard, you have the backside B gap. Okay. Play side guard, you have the play side A gap. You have a play side A gap. If nobody's there, we work up to the backer, up to the Mike backer. Okay. So you can see the T, this diagram has been up there a while. The T, okay, the T has, you're working right up the center's butt. Okay, working right up the center's butt, and you're cut off that backer. Okay, so we'll have somebody working for that backer. You're right up the center's butt. You got to hit this fast. The slower you go, the easier it is for number one to play you in the quarterback. You gotta run past this guy with speed. Okay, speed right up the center's butt. You don't want to get over into that right A gap. Okay, because that's putting you closer to the read. The quarterback is going to move out of the way, and it's very key that you go right up the center's butt, and you'll make your cut off that second level. Okay. So quarterback is going to give on less. He has a give on less rule. Give the ball unless number one cancels the give. Okay, unless number one cancels the give. If number one cancels the give, the quarterback is going to pull a ball and pitch off number two. Pull a ball and pitch off number two. Okay. So the play shot tackle. Let's get to you. So quarterback can see this. The play shot tackle has a couple different rules. Okay, and it's based on a call. It's based on a call made by the play side guard. Okay, so the play side guard starts this play, making a call every time. Okay, just like he does on trip. The call starts with him. In mid trip, though, he'll make a call no matter what. So mid pitch, and mid pitch, he'll make the call no matter what. So his call is going to be based on whether he's covered or not. Okay, so if he has a guy over him, 2 technique, 3 technique, or 2 eye. Okay, if anybody's on the line of scrimmage touching him, whether inside or outside, okay, he makes a close call. Okay, close. Okay, when the play side guard is covered, the call is close. When the play side guard is uncovered, it equals open. Okay, so there's our 2 line calls that the play side guard has to make. Okay, play side guard has to make on mid pitch. Okay, so it doesn't change your blocking assignment. Your blocking assignment is always the same. Play side guard has an A gap no matter what. A gap to backer. If nobody's in the A gap, work to the backer. He has that no matter what. But he does make a close open call, which tells the tackle what he does. Okay, so right here, the guard is covered, so he'll make a close call. Okay, close call tells the tackle to veer release to the Mike backer. Okay, it tells the tackle to veer release to the Mike backer. Okay, so obviously if this guy's in your face, you block him, but here's the Mike, the middle backer. That's who we're working towards. Okay, so veer release to the backer. So we got this backer, whether he plays dive inside here or he tries to scrape over the top. In this particular look, on a close look, we got him either way. Okay, we get the double team the backer. Okay, so we should be able to handle that. Okay, so if it's close, we veer release to the backer. Okay, close, veer release to the backer. Play side guard is the guy who makes that call. Okay, so back to the quarterback. We got the O-line taken. That play side tackle, you're pretty much blocking for the perimeter part of this play. Okay. So quarterback, give the ball unless number one cancels the dive. Okay. If he cancels the dive, we're going to pull a ball, and we're going to attack number 2 and pitch off of number 2. Pull a ball, pitch off number 2. Pull a ball and pitch off number 2. So this is a mid-pitch play. Mid-pitch. So like I said, it's really a handoff play or a pitch play. So we really want to make number 2 take the quarterback. Attack number 2, put on a break, pitch the ball to the backside slot. Okay. So that's what we're doing. Okay. Against some looks, quarterbacks, we don't have a guy. Certain looks, we don't have a guy to block the inside backer, which is why the default play for the quarterback is not pull, replace number 1 and score like it is in trip. Because on this play right here, we're designing this play to really pitch the ball if we pull it. So we don't always have a guy blocking his inside backer, which is why the quarterback, if he pulls the ball, step away, play side foot, jump in the backside A gap, open up, T comes through, let the T work straight through the center, If number one cancels the dive, we pull. Okay, give unless he cancels the dive. Then we want to attack number two, put on the brakes, and then pitch the ball to the backside slot. Okay, and it typically happens pretty quick. Okay, because we're pitching off, at least in this front, we're pitching off a D lineman, so it typically happens pretty quick. Okay, so that is the. I'll show you the rest of the play. The rest of the play, outside receiver has the widest man. Outside receiver is going to stock block the widest man. Okay, which is the corner. If the corner blitzed, or like they play a style of defense like we do, or we do hammer, sometimes if that corner comes in and tries to play dive or tries to blitz, we convert that to block the safety. Okay, we don't try to block a blitzing guy, just work downfield to block the safety. Okay, so outside receivers, the count really doesn't matter to you. You have the widest guy, you have the corner. We typically don't run this from a closed formation, okay? But even still, you have the widest guy. So you have the slot, okay? The slot, play size slot, we use Santa motion. So because it's something really unique, I actually tell them the motion. We go R Santa. R Santa tells the play size slot or the R to start in motion. We're trying to get 3 steps in, 1, 2, 3. Okay, so we're going on the ready, and then we're gonna open back towards the line of scrimmage with depth, and we're gonna block the alley defender. Okay, we're gonna block the alley defender. Okay, so I'm not sure who that is. I don't say exactly which guy you block because I don't know who's going to end up being the alley defender. We read this deal on a run, and we're blocking for the pitch. We block the alley defender. Okay, so many times that's the most of the time it's the safety. Okay, but it could be this guy running out. It could be the corner on the hammer. Okay, if the corner went on a blitz or a hammer like our style of defense, that safety will go. That receiver will convert it and go to the safety, and the slot again is blocking the alley defender. So we got a 1, 2, 3, open up with width. 1, 2, 3 on the ready motion, open up towards the line of scrimmage, get width, and you're looking for an area. You block the first man who ends up in the alley. Okay, for the pitch. Okay, so we're not going inside. Okay, these guys play inside. Let them go. Looking for the outside. Okay, outside alley defender. Like I said, most of the time it's the safety. Okay, so that's the full play. The backside slot or the backside receiver always cuts off. Okay, safety's gone. Turn back on the corner. Your job is, if it breaks, you're going to have the block that gives us the 70-yard touchdown by hustling on the backside. Okay. So the next tutorial will really focus on the slots and the receivers. And some different fronts. Okay, so here's a different look. Switch the defense up. Continuation of the O-line quarterback tutorial. Some different looks. So let's go through our count again. We're running mid-pitch. The example is mid-pitch green. Okay, so the quarterback is going to read the first guy from head up on a guard to out. Okay, so there's nobody head up, but we do have a guy outside the guard. That guy is number 1. First guy outside of number 1. That's 2. Quarterback is responsible for 1 and 2. O-line is not blocking 1 or 2. Quarterback is responsible for 1 and 2. So O-line blocking scheme says play side guard is going to block back. Okay, block back on the A gap. Okay, away from the call. So we're going mid pitch green. The play side guard is responsible for the left A gap. Center, the right play side guard is responsible for the right A gap. Center is responsible for the left A gap. Backside guard, left B gap. Backside tackle, C gap. Okay. So again, in this look right here, typically we get a nose. We take we just declare that guy that knows as the A gap player, and that play side guard has him on a down block. The center will slip off this guy and get the backside backer. So it kind of looks like a scoop for the defense. And with this kind of look, we're hoping the nose sees it as a scoop block and runs this way, try to fights towards the center, which makes the down block really easy. Okay. So we said the guard has a call on mid-pitch every time. It doesn't change his responsibility, but he has a call every time. Is he covered or uncovered? So in the last segment I showed, he was covered, and that's a close call. Okay, in this look, the guard is uncovered. There's nobody on him, head up, inside shade, head up, or outside shade. So the guard's call is uncovered, so he calls open. Okay, and the close and open is really about the tackle. We said the tackle, if you hear a close call, you inside release to the mic. Okay, if you hear an open call, you easy release to the mic. Easy release to the mic. Okay, so here's what easy release means. Easy release means if you can get inside, so there's nobody inside of you, you have a clear path to the backer, you'll go ahead and continue on your veer release, inside release to that backer. Okay, so that's the default. But as I started off, we showed this look where number one is inside shade of the tackle. Okay, quarterback is responsible for number one tackle. You don't have him, so we don't want you to try to inside release that guy and then mess up the read or block him. So you can take an easy release, outside release that guy, okay, if he's inside of you, to the backer. Okay, so play side guard, center, backside guard, and tackle. Your rules are always the same. You're blocking down away from the color. Okay, play side guard, whether covered or uncovered, you always have that rule, but you make a covered or uncovered call. And if it's uncovered, the play side tackle, he still has the same assignment. He still has the mic, but he's gonna easy release, take the easiest release to get to the mic. Okay, if the B gap is open, go ahead and veer release, inside release to the mic. But if they're playing a 4-eye or something like that, where that guy's number one and inside release wouldn't make any sense to get to the backer, go ahead and outside release. So we call that an easy. Okay, let me write this down. Okay, OT on an open call takes an easy or easy-ish release to the mic backer. Okay, close, OT, veer releases or inside releases to mic backer. Okay. So there's the variations with the O-line calls, with the one adjustment, the tackle adjusts depending on open or close call. Okay, so quarterback T, T, we're running right up the center's butt, so that quarterback got to step out of the way, take a play side foot, and big step back and in the A gap or jump in the A gap, whichever way you want to say it. We got to get out of the way. We got to end up in that A gap. Okay, so the ball can line up, end up right behind the center. Okay, and we don't want to push. Don't want to push the T into the A gap. T's, when you get a nose, a zero nose, your tendency is to want to jump in the A gap and change your angle. Okay, can't do that. Okay, we understand, like I understand that, hey, as this mesh is happening, as soon as you get the ball, you'll jump cut. Yes, jump cut to the A gap. Or if that nose jumped way over here to the right side, you can cut backdoor to the other A gap. But you cannot jump cut. You cannot start veering off your path until you have the ball. Okay, until you have the ball. So quarterback is key that you're getting as deep as possible in the A gap, in the backside A gap, so that T can make his cut, especially in this look where we got a zero nose, where the T is gonna have to make an early cut. Okay, T, we like to cut to the play side, but it's really based, on that nose. Okay, so T, you can see we're blocking everybody towards the left, so that's why you more likely would be cutting back to the color side. But just in case this nose jumped all the way across, obviously you can stay vertical or you can cut slightly back to the backside A gap. Okay, I want to make sure I'm clear on that. Okay, quarterback, hand the ball off unless number one cancels the dive. Okay, so number one against this 30 front is a little bit wider. Read should be a little bit easier. And actually, we like this versus this defense. I like this maybe a little bit better than trip because it makes the read a little bit easier. That number one really has to close down if he's going to get to that T, since we're using a mid mesh, a midline type mesh. So hand the ball off unless number one cancels the dive. If number one cancels the dive, we're going to pull and pitch off of number two. Pull, pitch off number two. Okay, mid pitch means it's really a handoff or a pitch. Okay, that's the safest thing. If two just really flew outside and played pitch, okay, obviously we turn that up, quarterback. Okay, we turn that up, but we really want to attack this guy first and make him declare that he's playing pitch. Like I said, I haven't shown it yet, but there's just some looks where we don't block the inside backer, and I'll show you that right now. Okay. Okay, so here's the last look I'll show in this tutorial. Okay, and it brings up a special situation. So first, let's do our count system. We said mid pitch. We're talking green, going to the right. So we said we're going to read the first man, head up on the guard to out. Okay, so we got a 3 technique. So this guy would be number one, covering the guard. So the guard should make a close call. We do have a covered look. Guard should be making close. And then the first man outside of number one is 2. And first man outside of number one is 2. We said O-line, okay, play side guard, center, backside guard, backside tackle. We're all going to block a gap down away from the call. So center should have the backside A gap. Block the backside A gap, which we got a guy in there. The play side guard has the play side A gap. If nobody's there, he'll work up to the backer. Okay, work up to the mic. Okay, so quarterback's going to read number one, and he's going to give the ball unless number one cancels the dive. We know that the T is going right up the center's butt. Typically, your cut will come second level. Okay. Quarterback is going to take a big step with his play side foot or his backside foot, get depth, jump in the backside A gap, get your eyes on number one, those hands back, give the ball unless number one cancels the dive. Let's say number one did cancel the dive, so the quarterback will pull the ball, attack number two, and pitch the ball off number two. Okay. And so we said on the perimeter, the wide receiver has the widest man. Okay, unless the corner blitzes or run a hammer technique, then he'll convert to the safety on the fly. And we said the play side slot, we're gonna go in Santa motion. Okay, Santa motion told him to on the ready. Right after that down, we got 1, 2, 3 big steps. Ball snap, we're going to rotate back towards the line of scrimmage. We're going to get with, and we're going to block the alley. And I said most of the time, it's the safety that we end up on. Okay, so let's look at this. Safety was super aggressive. It was either down or ran down on the snap. Let's look at this play now. Oh, forgot the tackle. We had a cover call, so the tackle with inside release to the mic. Okay. So let's play this out. So quarterback, you jumped in the backside A gap. T went up the center's butt. You read number one. You was going to give unless number one canceled the dive. He did cancel the dive. So quarterback pulled it. And ran towards number two. And we want to make number two, play the QB, put on the brakes, pitch the ball to the backside slot. So we're in good shape, blocking the two widest guys. But this defense, they have an extra guy. Okay, they have an extra guy. Okay, that guy could blow up the QB if the QB decided to run. So if they, let's say this dude, hey, I'm playing the pitch. If they decide to use him on a pitch and the quarterback turned up, we got an unblocked defender right there. Okay, or what's more likely is quarterback will get to the pitch, get to number two and pitch off of two. He pitches the ball, and then this backer is unblocked to get to the perimeter. Okay, so here's what I want you to know, quarterbacks. We typically do not like to run mid-pitch to a 3 technique. Okay, and really don't even like it towards the 2 technique, but if they're giving you 2 twos, we're going to run the play regardless. But if they're giving you a 3 technique, we don't like to run the play. We can't run the play in our base blocking scheme. Okay, I'll say it that way. You got 2 options. We can flip the play, just flip it and run mid-pitch to the other side. They don't have a 3 technique. We can flip, run it to the other side. Or we make a loop call. Okay, make a loop call. Okay, and a loop call, let's talk into that play side tackle. So play side tackle, I know you got your covered, uncovered rules with your closed and open calls, but the quarterback can override that. The quarterback, if we're running a play to a 3 technique, we get outnumbered. So the quarterback needs to either run the play away from the 3 technique or make a loop call. So our default is to go ahead and just change the responsibility of the tackle to loop. Okay, so tackle, you hear covered, uncovered, closed, open. Okay, you know you have your rule, but then if the quarterback starts yelling out loop, okay, the play side tackle now is gonna loop outside or arc outside, loop outside to the alley and block whoever shows up. Okay, you just want to work flat and outside, and if the backer plays outside quick, you got him. If the backer doesn't play outside quick, keep working up downfield, you might end up on a safety. Okay, so let me give this look right here. Let's go 1 high, one of the most difficult looks. Okay, they rotated down. So slot does his 1, 2, 3 steps on a ready motion because he's in a Santa motion, arcs back, and he has the alley defender, the second defender from the sideline. Okay, the play side tackle, he got a loop call. Play side tackle works outside. Okay, outside releases, loops outside, slow control, get back square. You're going to sort this out. Okay, if that backer works outside quick, you got him. If the backer decided to play dive, played inside the box, then great. You can work up to that safety that's coming. Okay. So the object of the play, quarterbacks, O-line, coaches, is mid-pitch. Is we really want to pitch the ball. We want to pitch the ball. And one of the ways to one of the things that's important about wanting to pitch the ball is we want to block every perimeter player that has a chance to make a play. So we don't want them. We want to be able to block this safety because we're gonna have some really aggressive safeties. Okay, so that's the play. So if we run it to the 3 technique, okay, quarterback, we're outnumbered. They have an extra guy. Okay, read 1, pitch off 2, block the slot will block the alley defender. Receiver will block the extra guy. This guy can be a threat, and it's look, we have a linebacker right here that could threaten quarterback play or outside play. So instead of the tackle following his normal rules on a close inside release to the mic, okay, that doesn't really help us if we pull the ball, and we actually in the 3 technique we typically will have somebody for the mic. Okay, let's loop this guy outside and let him sort it out and block whoever shows, whether the backer or the safety. Okay, or in some special situations, which I'll show film on, as I'm looping outside and I'm slow, if DN wanted to play outside and this guy filled in the tackle, he just plays whoever plays outside. Okay, sort it out. Okay, and I'll show film example of that. So that's the loop call quarterback. If we are running this play to a 3 technique, we have to change our blocking scheme for the tackle. We make a loop call. Again, the other option is to just flip the play. Okay, if we just ran mid-pitch black, then we don't have a 3 technique over there. We can run the play. They make their O-line make their call, and we good. Okay, close their open. Okay, so either one of those 2 things works for us, and typically by game plan, we'll let you know which one we want you to do.